Hi, I'm Ed Sobey from Kids Invent. We're making styrene airplanes today. Now styrene, most people call it styrofoam, but that's a particular brand name. Styrene is a type of plastic. You often get a nice styrene tray if you buy a piece of meat or hamburger at the grocery store. That's a good building material. One, because it's free if you're using low volumes of it, and two, it's very light and reasonably sturdy. So with either a styrene plate or a styrene meat tray, you make the largest rectangle, which includes cutting off the sloping sides. So you get a rectangle, and from the rectangle, that's not quite straight. I'm going to straighten that up just a little bit. So there's my rectangle, and now I'm going to cut the largest isosceles triangle. There's an opportunity to use a word we don't use very often. So I start in the middle of one end, and I'm going to cut to this corner first, and then I'm going to come back and cut to that corner to make the largest possible isosceles triangle. There it is. That is the wing, and in the center of the wing I will cut a slot that's as close to the width of the styrene as I can make it. There it is. Pick that up and throw it away. There's the slot, and now it doesn't really matter where we cut it, but we'll just cut the end of one of these scraps off. This will be the vertical stabilizer, and again I'm cutting a slot, and the width of that slot is about the thickness of the styrene. So there are the two pieces. I slide them together, and we've got an airplane. Now flying this airplane, almost anything you make to fly will not fly well without a paper clip. But if I put a paper clip in the nose, this will fly very nicely. It will fly out of our camera range, so I won't do it. So first challenge is to make a styrene plane and measure how far you can get it to go. Kids can name their plane, and if you've laid out some measurements along the floor, they can record how far their plane has gone. Later, if you would like to, you can have them make a plane that does aerobatics. Right now I'm cutting flaps in the back, or ailerons in the back wing. This touches on the history of airplanes, the Wright brothers and the competitors at the time, which was Alexander Graham Bell's team, who were competing to make a better airplane, and a nice history story there. But getting back to the science, if I raise both those flaps as the plane flies, the flaps hit air molecules, the flaps push the air molecules up, that pushes the back of the plane down, and the nose comes up. So this will go up right away. If I push them both down, it will have the opposite effect. The flaps will hit air molecules, push them down. The equal and opposite reaction is to push the back of the airplane up, and down it goes. So you can imagine what happens if I push one up and one down. Now they're acting as ailerons. Every airplane in the world has ailerons, so it can do a bank turn, or it can roll. These will make it roll radically one way, or if I reverse them, radically the other way. And if I'm still eager, I can cut a rudder and bend it slightly, and now I can try to get it to do a banked turn. Very difficult to do, but if you putz around with it enough, you can get it to do a nice turn. Undoubtedly, kids will push too hard, they'll break the styrene. A little masking tape will get it right back on there, and they're good to go. So have some fun with styrene airplanes, both measuring the distance and doing some aerobatics. Have fun.